Ready, go. You're still a little slow. Ready, go. There, that was nice. Ready, go. Not too late.
An Algonquin grad is in Turkey this week to compete in the World Arm Wrestling Championships. As a provincial champion, Alma Keel has been working to perfect her skill for several years, a skill she inherited from her parents.
Arm wrestling started when I was 15. My dad and my mom were invited out to the West End Pembroke Mall, and it was Alan the Hitman Ford. He was challenging anybody in the community to win a camera if they beat him. So my dad, he beat him. Didn't give Alan a chance. Just powered him down. And my dad got the camera, obviously, and they invited my parents out. Little did they know I was kind of interested in the arm wrestling thing. So when I went out to the club, sure enough, I got to try it out. And the guy who helped me out was Evan Burgoyne. He was the first person to actually take initiative. And I pulled with him, and he's like, holy, 15 years old and you have that strength. Wow. Since then, I've been pulling ever since then.
After some time, she realized that this was something she could pursue at the competitive level.
3 years ago, I was asked to do WAL, which is World Arm Wrestling League. It's a US-based league, and I was like, US-based? And they're saying there's money involved, big money. So I was like, I don't know, a little hesitant because money isn't everything for me. And I pulled, and I actually did pretty good. I got, I got third in one arm and at least fifth in the other, but this was out of 12 people. So I did pretty good. I was really shocked that I beat one of the best arm wrestlers 14 years ago. She was one of the best arm wrestlers. She does strong women competitions, and when I saw her, I was scared. But I beat her, so I was like, oh, that's definitely something. Following the next year, WAL again, I got second both arms in the semifinals.
Practices take place 2 days a week with the Arm Priors, a group created by her coach, Tim Bunnell. They met at a competition roughly a year ago in Richmond, where he was able to see her incredible skill firsthand. From that moment, he knew he wanted to work with her.
So she was just dominating everybody, and I'm brand new, and I'm a strong guy, but I'm arm wrestling, I wasn't strong at. And I remember gripping up with her, and the power she had in her hand, I was just like, okay, I want to know how to do this. And we just kind of got in contact, and then we just kind of developed the friendship, and she started coming here pulling, and yeah, it's been going like that ever since. Alma is fierce. She's very bubbly, she's very happy, but when it's go time, she's all business. And I think that's one of her greatest strengths, is as much as she's nervous, we all get nervous going up onto the stage, it doesn't matter. But when she gets to that table and she's locked up, she's fierce, she's focused, she's all or nothing for her. She doesn't hesitate, and that's her biggest strength. She just goes for it. That's what I notice here too. When she gets going and I egg her on a little bit, she grips up and I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble. She's fierce.
Arm wrestling is more than just a sport for her. It has become an outlet that helps her deal with the hardships she has had to endure.
Lots of obstacles, struggles definitely. I have a mental illness, depression, anxiety. I also have PTSD. It's really hard to have depression when you're an arm wrestler and you're trying to be strong for everybody else. And the anxiety behind it is, am I going to do good enough for them? Am I going to be good enough for the people that are watching me and cheering me on?
Through the struggles, she has had a strong support system in her friends, family, and fellow pullers. With their help, she feels ready to take on her competitors in Turkey.
The hardest part is the mental. You have to have the mental in you, the mental confidence. I said it again, that is the biggest thing for you. And you have to know what you're doing. You have to read your opponent. Sometimes your opponents you'll think it's a top roll that they're doing, but in reality they're into hooks. So you kind of have to find a way to beat them and beat them at their own game. So you got to read them, and that's a huge thing with them.
Although the World Arm Wrestling Championships aren't over until October 22nd, she is already thinking about what is to come in the future. No matter what happens at this competition, she plans to continue learning, training, and getting stronger.
Next year is Poland. I'm striving for better. If I get 4th or if I get 5th, I'm going to strive for next year and do my best to get that medal. I'm going to strive for better. That's one thing about me. If I don't do well the first time, I'm going to do well the second time, because I know and I learn from my mistakes and I persevere through them.
Ready?
Ready?
Go!
Yeah. I hate how you grip. I know who taught you. Yeah.
Like your camera move a lot, right?
So not only did I win the arm wrestle, I won the pinky war, the thumb, the friggin'